E-commerce is now the most and fastest growing in commercial markets around the world, and since the beginning of the 90s the concept of e-commerce has spread, which has provided many advantages for businessmen and owners of large companies who want to display their goods and products for sale or purchase in all countries on internet, to save time and money. But e-commerce is not limited to buying and selling only. This is what we will talk about through this article, and we will clarify the concept of e-commerce, its importance and types, and we will also learn about the advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce, and the best companies that help you learn more about the labor market in e-commerce and benefit from it. First we will get to know, what is e-commerce? The concept of electronic commerce. E-commerce is a system for buying and selling goods, services, and products by using the internet, and transferring funds and data to carry out these transactions. E-commerce is often used to refer to the sale of products and goods on the internet, but it can describe any type of transaction. Commercial can be used via the internet to make it easier for customers' time and money, as e-commerce supports sales and customer service operations, and there are many sites working in the field of e-commerce, the most famous of which are Amazon, Souq.com, Jumia, eBay, and other major successful and profitable companies, and we will talk about them through this article. What are the types of e-commerce? E-commerce. There are other means and methods for promoting and publishing goods and products on the internet, and e-commerce is divided into 6 main sections, namely 1. Companies with companies, B2B. The first type of e-commerce is companies with companies, and it is known by the term B2B, business to business, and it is an electronic commercial exchange between one company and another company, and it depends on the marketing relations between the two companies, such as that one company presents its products to the other company, and they exchange marketing and trade between them, so that there are more opportunities for them to sell using electronic commerce. 2. Companies with individual customers, B2C. This type of e-commerce is between companies and individual customers, and it is known as business to consumer, B2C, which is based on e-commerce between companies and consumers, and corresponds to the retail section of e-commerce. These types of relationships can be among the easiest and most profitable types, and this type is developing greatly due to the increase in the use of the internet all over the world, and there are many types of consumer goods, such as computers, software, books, shoes, cars, foods, and all kinds of electronic devices and more. 3. Consumer with consumer, C2C. This type of electronic commerce includes e-commerce with the consumer, and is known by the term C2C, consumer to consumer, and works on all electronic transactions of goods and services that take place between consumers in general. These transactions are carried out by another party, which provides the electronic platform, where transactions are actually executed. For example, you can sell your old furniture on eBay or Amazon to another consumer. 4. Consumer with business, C2B. This type of e-commerce relies on the consumer, as he sells his own products or services to an organization that searches precisely for these types of services and products. It is known by the term C2B, and this type of e-commerce is very common in projects, and young people work through it as freelancers and benefit from this type well. For example, designers who display a logo and various designs for companies, as well as those who display photographs and design elements that are also royalty-free, such as iStock Photo, Shutterstock and many other sites that provide these services. 5. Management with business, B2A. This type of electronic commerce includes all transactions that take place on the internet between companies and public administration, and is known by the term B2A, business to administration, which is the field that has a large amount and a variety of services, such as financial fields, social security, employment documents, legal records, and many more. These types of services have greatly increased in recent years with investments in e-government. 6. Consumer with management, C2A. This type of e-commerce includes the consumer with management over all electronic transactions that take place between individuals and public administration, and is known in marketing as C2A, consumer to administration. For example, e-commerce in this type includes education, dissemination of information, distance learning, social security through the distribution of information, taxes, payment of health services, and other services. Note: both models that include public administration B2A and C2A are strongly associated with the efficiency and ease of use of services provided to citizens by the government with the support of information and communication technology. What are the advantages of e-commerce? There are important and essential features of e-commerce that you must know in order to save you many questions when you decide to create a website that works on e-commerce, which are: 1. The main advantage of e-commerce is its ability to reach the global market without the need for large financial investment through the internet. 2. Obtaining the information you need and necessary for each product, and you can also compare it